Okay, here we go. This is Craig Nault coming to you from the final Peace Country round robin game here. They're playing Calgary Fire White, and a special guest with us. Just before the game starts, they're doing some ceremonies for the final year players. We've got Dale Ross up here in the box. Hi Dale, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Dale's coming to us from the, she's playing for the St. Albert Raiders AAA team now. She obviously played for the Peace Country Storm for a number of years, and she reigns from Spirit River. You probably know her family, pretty well known around the Spirit River area. So how's your season been?
It's really good. We've been winning a lot, and usually I'm not used to being on a team that wins a lot. But
yeah, well, you had a good season, and you guys won out the AAA tournament, and now you're moving on to, what is it?
Pacifics.
Pacifics, and where's that?
That's in St. Albert.
In
So
St. Albert, you're hosting.
Yeah, it goes between BC and Alberta every year.
Right, and do you know the teams that you'll be playing?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Vancouver Comets or something like that.
Right, and so just you two, and then
Yep.
and then from there, what happens?
And then from there, whoever wins goes to ESO.
ESO Cup, excellent. And do you know where that is this year?
It's in Ontario, Didsbury.
Okay, awesome, right on. And how was your stats for the year?
Pretty good. I know some of my points didn't get counted, but that's okay as long as I knew I got the points.
Good, yeah. Well, and you won. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
So excellent. So we're just gonna. I think they're just doing the opening lineup here, and then we'll do O Canada. So what are you looking forward to most, and what's your plans for next year?
I'm looking forward to ESO. I want to go there so bad. I seen the girls on TV last year, and I said, man, wouldn't that be cool to be on TV?
That's awesome.
And
yeah.
next year, hopefully I want to play for them too.
Yeah, St. Albert AAA.
Yeah.
And what about Team Canada futures?
I sure wish. I'm just doing my best right now, taking it day by day, and then maybe hopefully one day.
Awesome. Real modest of you. I know that when I coached you, I said, one of the things I said was, you'll see this girl playing for Team Canada someday, and I still believe it. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. See you, Dale.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Game is about to get underway. Opening ceremony's over. Did a little surprise thank you to the exiting players. The third-year players are all, this could be their Well, this is basically their very last round robin game. The only thing left from here is either a medal game tomorrow. And Peace Country Storm only having one of those players, Ashley Deeth, the captain of the team, number 19, the only player not eligible to return next year. So very young team here. Storm have been struggling a bit throughout this tournament. One overtime game gave them 1 point, so this is a must-needed win here against Calgary Fire White to get some more points and get them to the bronze medal game. So win here, you play for bronze. Lose, you're done. Wallen chasing, Bablitz handing off to Deeth. Deeth now looking behind the net, rims it around. Stewart's gonna pinch in here from the blue line. Wallen's down. Bablitz chips into the zone, comes right back to her in the neutral zone. Scrum on the far wall. Deeth with a bit of an interference call there. I believe ref gonna call a kneeing actually. She stepped in to try and slow her down, and 2 minutes or less in the box, 19:26. So early on in the period here. So you've got Calgary, power play early on, face off in the Storm zone. They're just waiting for the penalty to come up on the score clock. There it is, here we go. Taves in for the face off. Friesen on the wing, Henry and Brazel on the first penalty kill unit. Friesen up high. Shot from Wenzel goes wide. Rimmed all the way around. Brazel's gonna get there. She gets rubbed off by number 29 from Calgary. Shot wide again from McCool. There it is, loose in front. There's another shot. Chantel steers that one aside. There's a wraparound attempt. Henry with a good stick there, stopped that one. There's a couple whacks at a loose puck, and Friesen clears that all the way down the ice. Minute 17 left in the power play for Calgary White. Number 9, McCool, the top point getter for the team. Picks that puck up, sends it down the ice, and misses her pass. That puck is chipped up into the Calgary bench, so we'll get a stoppage in play. Wallen in for the face-off here. Coulter chips that into the Calgary zone. Here comes number 12 from Calgary. Carries in, stops up, reverses. Goes to the blue line to, oh, Wallen just about on a breakaway there. And Cote steps into the middle and chips that down the ice. So number 10, Muszynski, pestering there into the middle of the ice. Wallen clears that all the way into the Calgary zone. Pass ahead to Prevail. Number 14, shot. Oh, that was, don't know how she missed that one, but shot from high in the point, gets by Chantel Nault somehow. Just squeaked under the arm, I believe. That's a heartbreaking goal against early on in the period. 17:32 remaining in the first. That'll count as a power play goal, as there was still 7 seconds left on the power play. Storm are doing a great job. No shots on goal even there. And So now they're in a hole and they got to dig themselves out of it. Here comes Henry in behind the goal. Cross to Brazel. Brazel pinned there by Baldwin. Whitten out right across the blue paint. Sorry, that was Watson, not Whitten. Taves now from behind her own goal. Makes a move. Across the blue line, into center ice. Into the Calgary zone. She goes wide, onto her forehand, throws it out front. Deflected into the corner. Here's Haley Armstrong, an affiliate that's been playing all weekend here, number 18. Right into the slot. Coulter couldn't get her stick on it, so play comes out of the Calgary zone. Number 19, Anna Marie Niedermeyer, skates that all the way down and dumps it in. Cote out of her own end. Skates it up. Hits a Calgary player, so there won't be any icing. Legassi down there in the near corner. Vandalite pinching in to help her out. Walks out. Puck's in the slot. Freezing gets her stick on it. Can't get a shot. Up to the blue line to Cote. She backhands it into the corner. And Legassi now. Vanessa tries to backhand that into the slot. Vandalite with a nice little move between the legs there, and the puck is loose in the crease. Deeth can't bury it. Out to the blue line, and Yonker pass, number 7. Past Cote, she throws it into the slot. McCool couldn't pull the trigger. And it's back out to McCool. High shot, deflected wide. Stewart up to Vandalite and the wall. Stewart chips off and goes in behind her own goal. Looks ahead to Legas. Vanessa can't get it out. She was held in there by number 17 and chipped out into the neutral zone and all the way down into the Calgary Fire zone. As I mentioned, McCool there, top point getter for the Calgary White. She's got 31 points, 20 goals, and 11 assists. Preville almost on a breakaway there. She was sprung behind Henry. But puck just rolls off her stick and she wasn't able to get a shot off. Deeth in behind the goal. Henry coming in to help out. Number 6, Hansen Frats. Up to the defense. There's a blocker save from Chantel Nault. Out wide. Here comes another shot from Brun. That one gets through, and a pad save from Chantel Nault. All the way around to the near side. Bablitz can't get it under control, and Brazel out wrestles her girl, and then it's a scrum on the near corner here. Comes free to Preville. 14 with a shot. That goes high over the net. Wallen now reverses, goes back to this wall. Brun pinching in. Bablitz with a good stick gets it outside of the zone. And Wallen goes for a change. Calgary's going to quickly enter the zone, dump it in as the Storm were changing. Brazel picks this up, sends it up to Coulter. She couldn't get it under control, and it comes all the way down into the Calgary end. Big Crow in behind her own goal. Goes D to D. Kaylin Marks gets that ahead, and Calgary's out of their end. Taves now back checking. Haley Armstrong. Paige Budgel, the other affiliate that's here also. Oh, and there's an offside call and a bump from Cote to number 12, Karis Ursel. She's okay. Up and ready to go. Taves in for the face-off against number 19, Anna Marie Niedermeyer. Coulter ties up her girl, and Calgary is away. Niedermeyer carrying it into the zone. Hassled there by Armstrong. Wrestles the puck free. Armstrong with a chip off the wall, gets it past, and she's free. She's got one to beat. Kind of stumbles a bit, goes, kicks it up, gets a shot off, hits the crossbar, and goes up into the netting. She's having a good weekend, this number 18. She's a first-year Bantam player coming in as an affiliate to help out the Peace Country Storm. Having a great weekend, actually. She's played well. Her first game was really, really well. Friesen in for the face-off, loses that to Calgary. They try to get out. She's gets that under control. Thrown to the front of the net, and Dorset intercepts that. Caitlin Watson ahead. There's Baldwin now. Leaves it there for number 10. Legacy gets that ahead to Friesen. Friesen's got Vandelay with her. Vandelay's going to go after this puck as it's left there from the Calgary goaltender. Vandelay up into the high slot, leaves it to the D. Stewart just misses that, dumps it back in. Deeth now works her player back over to the wall, and then Calgary throws it down the ice. This will be an icing call. Big crowd here today. This is a do or die for Grand Prairie. Sorry, Peace Country, as these girls are all located from around the Peace Country. False start. We'll get a face-off again. Kicking out Deeth from the face-off, so Wallen will come in. Jensen Wallen, number 17. Bablitz switches sides here. Bablitz reigning from Valley View. She's really come on, number 8, early or late in this season. There's a shot attempt. Oh, there's a backhand pass just fanned onto Wallen. She was going to get a good scoring attempt there. Bablitz back now, and number 9, McCool, jumping up into the play. That's the defenseman. Jumped up, I believe, playing forward here, or either just jumped into the play and someone covering her. That one will be icing. So we'll get a face-off down in the Peace Country zone to the right of Chantel Nault. Taves wins that ahead, and Cote springs right through. She's at red line. Pushed off to the corner, and here comes Calgary, a 2-on-1. Paige Budgel with a good stick there and steers her outside, and there's a weak shot on Chantel Nault. She easily covers that up. Paige Budgel, the other affiliate playing here this weekend. She's second-year Bantam, so she'll be trying out for the midgets next year. Hopefully. She won't be going anywhere else. There's a good stick from Chantel as the puck came through the slot. And here comes Haley Armstrong through the middle. She gets cut off there. Coulter with a backhand shot, and the rebound was there, and Haley couldn't pull the trigger. Haley out of the corner now. Gets pinned there and knocked down. Coulter comes in to help out. Haley comes away with it. It goes towards the side of the goal, and the Calgary netminder, Sienna Kinghorn, wisely covers that up as they were buzzing. Friesen, Legacy Vandalite out there for this face-off. You've got Stewart and Macy Peters, another affiliate that coming to play from Manning. Oh, there's a hard slap shot from Stewart, misses high. There's Friesen pressuring Calgary. Number 12, Ursel, gets this deep into the Storm zone, and Stewart's gonna turn around and head up ice. She's got 2 ahead of her. She catches up, gets ahead of them. She's got 1 to beat. Well, there's a shot, and the puck is loose, and Stewart takes a whack at it, or Friesen takes a whack at it, and she's stopped there. Had a 3-on-1 develop there all the way from the other end as Stewart skated that up into the play. Brazel and Henry on the back end here. Deeth to take this face off. Wallen and Bablitz on her wing. Henry dumps that back into the corner. Deeth's going to walk out on the goal line. Tries to throw it out front. Good stick there. Stopped from Calgary. Brazel pinching. She's knocked down and holds it in. Then it's back out into the neutral zone. Brazel back to Wallen. Wallen across to Henry. Henry jumping up into the play. It gets past her and all the way back into the Peace Country's zone. Brazel now throws one up ice, but that's knocked down. And then a scrum in the far corner. Deeth coming in to help out. Wallen there. Chips it off the wall. It jumps over the Calgary stick, and Bablitz is going to chase it down. As number 5 from Calgary, Alexa Brown, skates us out. There's a pass up through the middle, and Cote chips one back into the neutral zone. There's a pass up ahead to Coulter. Coulter now through the middle, cuts to the far side, onto her backhand, looking to the front of the net. She's got Taves out in front. Coulter still scrumming there. Here's Haley Armstrong, loses the handle to number 11, Watson. Watson back check, or Haley back checking, rubs Watson off, and then Watson returns the favor all the way back into the neutral zone. Big Crow now from center ice, dumps it in. That's steered aside and covered up by Chantel Nault. Peace Country rolling through their lines here as they've been a short bench throughout the season, and then it's nice to have the affiliates come in here to help out during provincials. There's Wallen chipping that ahead to Bablitz. Bablitz right in front of the Storm bench. Guys are trying to get that deep. Stewart dangles through the middle and loses it. Wallen sends it ahead to Legacy. She dumps that into the Calgary zone, and Deeth gives chase. Bouncing puck here, all the way over and across into the neutral, and now it's all the way into the Storm zone, and Calgary come up with it. Wallen just misses as she thought she was sprung there. Chipped it past, but the Calgary stick, good stick, stops her from going any further. There's the pass ahead, and she's all alone with McCool on her right. 25 with a great shot. That's Sarah Geyser. Sarah Geyser, number 2 in the points race for Calgary Fire White. 27 points, 13 goals, and 14 assists. Had the number 1 scorer right beside her, and she pulled the trigger. Chantel Nault closes the door. As the period has gone on, Chantel's looked a little better here as that opening first shot on goal squeaked by her. I don't know if she was screened or just didn't see it. Oh, there's Legacy goes hard into the boards head first, and she's going straight to the bench quickly. Ref calls a penalty here. Let's see what he's going to call. Going to call a body check on number 6, Kylie Hansen-Fratz. So Calgary in the box for 2 or less. Storm need to capitalize here and get this game knotted up. Cote chips that down to Taves. Taves getting some help from Armstrong. Comes to Cote and just squeezes by her, and this is Baldwin sprung for a breakaway, but it's all the way in the corner. She throws it in the middle of the ice, and Cote back checking hard. Now here's Coulter up through the middle. Goes to the far side, spins, turns to Ailey Armstrong, and she can't pull the trigger. It just bounces off her stick. Had a 3-on-1 there develop. Cote ahead to Haley Armstrong. She dumps it in, and Coulter's going to get there from this side. Gets to the puck, chips it back down behind the net, and nobody home. So Brazel does a good job of getting across there quickly and holding that in. Henry up the middle now, gets a shot, and that's steered aside by Sienna Kinghorn. Here's Bablitz out of the corner. Stopped up there, and Henry's going to walk to the middle and pass it across to Brazel. Brazel with a shot loose in front, and Kinghorn covers that up. Good shot from Brazel on the point. Nice and low, ready for a tip or a rebound. And Kinghorn covers it up quickly. Deeth wins it over to Wallen. She's pinned against the wall there and got her stick in. That could have been a hook, but no call. Calgary gets it under control and sends it all the way down the ice. 40 seconds remaining in the power play for the Peace Country Storm. Henry from behind her own goal, ahead to Bablitz. Bablitz across to Wallen. Wallen into the Calgary zone, dumps it towards the goal. That's steered aside by Kinghorn. Deeth now rims it around to Wallen. Wallen, miscommunication there, dumps it in behind the goal, and number 15, Imperato, gets that out to the line, but not out. And here's Roger Armstrong. Up to Taves. Taves misses that. Cote throws one towards the goal, and that just misses. I don't know if she got her pad on that or that missed the net, but number 19 is away as Hansen Fratz just come out of the box. You could hear the whole team was screaming to hit her with it. Armstrong tried to spring Taves there on the near blue line, and Hansen Fratz on her backhand here into the Storm zone. Throws one, tries to bounce it off the back of Nault. Unsuccessful. Armstrong chips that into the neutral zone, and Storm are changing. Calgary with a bit of a miscommunication there. Baldwin sends it ahead to, can't see who that is, sorry. There's a shot, and Nault calmly covers that up. That shot came from Jessica Yonker. Good shot right in the slot area. Deeth goes ahead with the puck, comes to the D and back into the deep into the Storm zone. This is on Brazel's backhand. She chips that up and comes to Bablitz out of neutral zone. And Yonker gets that deep again. Henry now up off the wall. Wallen with one behind her. Deeth into her feet and chips it outside. Calgary tries to go D to D, and that's just missed. Comes out to the neutral zone, so the Storm are offside. They've got to check up. Brazel pinching here. We've got Taves covering her on the defensive side. As Calgary putting the pressure on in the Storm zone again. Here comes Taves, the Rookie of the Year winner, with some speed. Stops up, does a button hook, goes to her backhand, just about loses it. Now she does, and Stewart with a good stick comes into the play there. Stewart now, dirty dangles, beats three, goes into the middle, backhand, forehand. Good save there by Kinghorn. Number 2, Marks. Oh, there was a shot from Cote and a blocker save from Kinghorn. Stewart into the middle with a shot. Big pad save. There's another shot and covered up as Armstrong couldn't put that away. Trying to go block her corner on her, and she'll have none of that. Number 11, Stewart, having a good weekend here. She had the game-tying goal against Sherwood Park to take it to overtime. Sorry, that was against St. Albert to give the Storm their only point of the tournament. And then, unfortunately, early on in overtime, a goal for them took us out. So as the puck rolls into Kinghorn, she covers up, and we'll get a face-off in the offensive zone. Peace Country sending out Deeth, Wallen, and Bablitz. Brazel and Henry on the back end. Doucette for Calgary. Baldwin for the face-off. And Caitlin Watson on the other side. There's a shot from in close from Bablitz. Wallen tries to throw one across the Deeth. Henry pinching in, throws it back down deep. Bablitz now throws it out to the front. Deeth with a shot. That just caught her stick and stayed out. Henry couldn't hold that in, and Brazel now comes in to help out. And here's 11 Watson with a shot, and Chantel closes the door there. We've got a penalty coming. Interference to Brazel as she came across to try and stop that. They're going to call interference on that one, so that'll do it for the power play. Calgary power play will be in minute 31. They'll have a 31-second power play. Taves wins that back to Stewart. 4-on-4 here for a bit. Coulter now backhands that calmly back to Stewart. And Stewart's going to try and quarterback this breakout. She dangles two. She's across the red line. Puts it ahead to Taves. Taves cuts to the middle, passes across to Coulter. Coulter can't quite get it. It was on her backhand. And Calgary's away with 3. And that pass is missed. Comes all the way to Stewart. Stewart turns, looks up ice. Passes it to Coulter. Coulter's in her feet. Taves up the middle. Oh, a rolling puck. She couldn't get it under control. She gets rubbed off the puck there, and got 2 Storm players behind the play, so got a one-on-one here with number 22 on Henry, and Chantel lowers the pad and covers that up. Riesling with a good opportunity there. Thought it was going to develop into a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 as a couple of the Storm players were caught in behind the play. Henry rims that around to Wallen. Wallen on the near side. Chips it up the wall. Deeth is up here at the red line. Puts it across to Henry. Henry's got to retreat. She backhand passes that to Wallen off the boards. Wallen chips it in deep. Deeth's going after it. Deeth under control. Looking to the blue line for Budgel. Budgel back to Deeth. Deeth being pressured there by a couple of Calgary players. Riesling in there. Imperato helping her out. Imperato goes to pass it out, and it comes right into the slot, and Calgary's going to get this out. Number 19, Anna Marie Niedermeyer, carries the puck out into the neutral zone, across into the Storm zone, and that's just offside, as Riesling had just jumped the gun a little bit. So that'll do it for the penalty to the Calgary White. So they've got a 27-second power play here left. Stewart ices that down and doesn't make it all the way into the Calgary zone. It comes right back to her, and she puts it off the glass. Bablitz with a good stick there. Pestering still, comes right back to Stewart, and she puts it across ice into the Calgary zone. 39 seconds left in the period. 5 seconds left in the power play. This will just about do it. Might get it down the ice here. It comes to Cote and into the Storm zone. 27 seconds left. Cote, loses the handle, and Riesling throws it out front. Stewart with a good stick puts that back in behind, and it's rimmed all the way out into the neutral zone. 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Puck bounces off of number 9, McCool, and she puts it up ahead, and that'll do it. 5 seconds remaining. Cote stops up. She's content to just throw it up the ice. So a tough first period. Storm, kind of a weak goal, the first one from Calgary White. Squeaks under Chantel Nault's arm, and they're down 1-0. Hopefully come out and put some pressure on in the second and third here. We'll be back. Here we go with the start of the second period between the Peace Country Storm and the Calgary Fire White. Storm down 1-0 here. Deeth goes ahead with the face-off and Wallen chases after it. Brazel jumps into the play and dumps it down. Puck rimmed around, comes to Henry. Henry dumps that in behind the net. Yonkers tries to get that past number 9, Shar Henry. Comes all the way up to the blue line to Brazel. Brazel pinching into the play, throws it to the front of the net. Good tip there by Deeth, and just about goes 5-hole, but just steered aside. Bablitz now with a good stick, intercepts that pass, and Brazel rubs her player off the puck. Number 25, Sarah Geiser. Taves tips that up into the neutral zone, and Calgary regroups, tries to attack. Coulter. Brazel dumps another Calgary player, number 2, Colin Marks. Storm trying to get out of their own zone here. Henry's not going to get there in time. Number 10, out from behind the net, passes it to Hansen Fratz, and she couldn't pull the trigger. Taves tries to get that out to Armstrong, and good shot attempt there by Hansen Fratz. And Chantel Nault, glove save, no rebound. So Taves will take this face off against number 10, Mercik Muchenski. And Stewart, from behind her own goal, passes it ahead to Coulter. Coulter couldn't quite get it under control, and it's sent back into the Storm zone. Cote calmly chips one off the boards to Coulter. Coulter across to Armstrong. Armstrong with some speed, gets a shot off, misses to the right side. Coulter chips that down in behind the goal line. Coulter rims it around to Taves. Taves is going to leave that there for Armstrong. Armstrong misses it. Comes to Stewart. Stewart pushes it back into the Calgary zone, and Coulter's going to take a tripping call here. That was just a Calgary Fire trying to get around behind the net, and Coulter's stick was up in the play, so kind of had to call it. It's a tough one. So face off in the Storm zone. They're down a man, or a girl, sorry. Deeth, wins that face off, and it goes just wide of the goal. So Calgary going to try and capitalize on a errant stick here. Deeth chips that out into the neutral zone and clears the zone. Now Calgary tries to send that back in deep. Deeth on a scrum on the far wall, just in front of the penalty box. Henry jumps up into the play, freezing there. And Deeth gets the puck. Gets it down into the Calgary zone. Kinghorn puck handles that. Passes it around to Yonker. Yonker leaves that there for number 9, your top goal scorer here, Brooke McCool. She skates it into the zone, throws it towards the net, and Chantel calmly covers that up. And Geiser was coming through hard there and took out her own player. Stewart, the leading defenseman, with 13 points here on the Peace Country. She's out there trying to kill this penalty. Good stick there. Comes out all the way to the blue line, but not out. Big Crow holds it in, and Wallen does a good job of chipping that out into the neutral zone. Calgary turning up ice. They hit Taves with that pass, so comes right back to their defenseman. Niedermeyer comes in offside as number 14, Mila Preville, on the far side, the number 3 point getter for the Calgary Fire White. 16 points on the season, 7 goals and 9 assists. Was offside on the play. So you got McCool and Geyser back out there. These are your top 2 point getters for Calgary, trying to capitalize on this penalty. Riesling blocks that clearing attempt. Niedermeyer across to Yonker. Yonker throws that in behind the goal, and Cote is going to come up with it. She chips it ahead to Bablis. Bablis can't get it under control. Scrum on the boards. Cote in there, and Bablis with a good job getting it out all the way into the Calgary Fire zone. McCool ahead to Riesling. That's tips and no icing. Cote is going to come all the way back. 10 seconds to go in the power play for Calgary. Yonkers with a high shot, and it's lost. It's right out in front, but Chantel couldn't find it. Now Deeth sends it down the ice as Coulter just stepped onto the ice. The linesman says no icing. Here's Vandelite out of the corner, throws it towards the front of the net. And Brazel pinches in, throws it towards the goal. Big save there by Kinghorn. Friesen stops that, and Legas gets a really good shot off there and a glove save. Bit of a rebound, fumbled in front. Vandelay couldn't get her stick on it, so. Here comes Friesen on the face-off here in the offensive zone. Goes to the boards. Henry does a good job of holding that in. There's Legacy, can't get it under control. Vandelite was upended right in front of the net. Now Brazel down below the goal line. Defenseman for the Storm. Oh, there's a backhand attempt from Legacy. Brazel sends it up high to Friesen. Friesen fumbles it a bit there, and Calgary gets it out into the Storm zone, into the Storm bench, sorry. So we'll get a face-off just outside of the blue line. Taves in to take this draw. Up against Emily Baldwin. Watson on her left. And number 12, Karis Ursel. Storm rimming around, and Coulter gets there first. Pushes it back in behind the goal. Puck on the near wall. Armstrong tries to get that in deep. Unsuccessful. Stewart leaves that there. Baldwin picks it up, throws it out front. Watson, nothing doing there. Stewart passes it ahead. Here's Coulter springing Taves. Taves with some speed, trying to cut to the middle, and Watson cuts her off. There's Big Crow, gets upended by Stewart. As number 8, Emily Baldwin, carries this into the Storm zone. And Taves is going to turn up ice. Throws it ahead to Stewart, who had lost her stick, so she couldn't do anything there. And Cote's got to retreat all the way in behind her goal. Chips it past, and Armstrong loses a handle there, and the puck comes right into the slot. And Hansen Fratz with another good scoring attempt. Chantel at the top of her crease shuts the door there. Deeth in for the defensive zone face-off. Wallen and Bablitz are wingers. Henry and Brazel coming in late. Bablitz takes the face-off. Henry just loses the handle on her pass attempt across in behind the goal. Deeth hits the linesman, so Wallen picks it up and tries to spring Bablitz, and that gets turned over in the neutral zone and back into the Storm men. Brazel up ahead to Wallen. Wallen trying to hit Deeth with a headman pass. Gets into the Calgary zone, and there's Bablitz with a puck was loose at the side of the net. She just kind of reversed and tried to get a shot off, but went up onto the side of the netting, and we'll get a face-off down low here. Kinghorn shutting the door so far. We're 13:31 left in the second period. Cote up on the blue line. She had a nice goal here earlier on in this tournament. Slap shot from the blue line. Yonkers out of their Calgary zone. Sends it ahead to Big Crow. Geyser and McCool out front. There's a backhand from McCool. Steered aside. Wallen now looking for someone up the middle. Bablitz picks it up. Gains the zone and tries to get it deep. Wallen comes in to help out. Cote is up into the play, and there's Bablitz upended. Friesen, backhand pass across to Cote. Cote tries to hit Friesen back with it, and that's intercepted by Calgary. Geyser now into the Storm zone. Backhand pass to number 7. Cross to McCool. McCool couldn't get a good shot off as Stewart blocked that one. McCool now with a nice little move in behind the goal line. Pass back up top. Deflected wide of the goal. McCool. Yonkers with a hard shot blocked by Cote. And Friesen's going to have some time to get this out. She's across the red line. Makes a bit of a move there. Drops it to Vandalite. Vandalite just loses the handle as number 26, Wenzel, steals that from her, and it's sent into the Storm zone. Henry now gives it back to Stewart in behind the goal. Riesling stops up. Stewart all the way out into the neutral zone. Passes it ahead to Taves at the blue line. It just goes off her backhand and deep in behind the Calgary net. Armstrong in there to help out. Wenzel pinned against the boards. She comes away with it. Wenzel reverses. Good stick there by Taves, intercepting that pass. There's Armstrong with a good play. Hook there, tries to throw it out front. Unsuccessful. Battling down low. For a first-year Bantam, she sure is a strong player. She plays really strong on her feet. There she gets run over. No call. You can hear the crowd here looking for a call. Maybe the Storm bench too. And Coulter now chips that one ahead. Riesling at center ice. And Wenzel takes a slap shot. Brazel blocks that into the corner and goes after it. She gets upended there, and we're going to get a call to Calgary. Number 19, Anna Marie Niedermeyer going to the box. I believe he called a hook. As Brazel got upended in behind the goal. So we've got Deeth taking this face off. Again, Cote and Stewart on the back end. Big shots here. Between them and Brazel, got probably the hardest slap shots in the league I've seen. Those three can really boom it. Stewart coming in down low. Calgary's going to get this out, and Watson actually all the way into the Storm zone. Gets a shot off. Chantel stops that and covers it up. So we'll get a face-off here into the Storm zone on the near side. Deeth in for the face-off. Wins that back to Stewart. Watson in on Stewart. She rims it around to Cote. Cote and Bablitz exchange it. Cote ahead to Deeth. Deeth throws it across to Wallen. Wallen through the middle now. Just loses the handle, and it comes back to the blue line, and Stewart chips it down to Bablitz. It's in the crease. They couldn't pull the trigger. Deeth was there. Bablitz tried to feed her, and she couldn't get anything done there. Now Deeth with a wraparound attempt. Comes up with the puck again. Comes into the slot. Gets a shot off. There's rebounds there. Bablitz with a shot. Rebound. Deeth stops up. Uses her body there to protect the puck. And Dorsett. Scrum on the wall. Minute left in the penalty to Niedermeyer. Bablitz. Loose puck. Squirts by Cote, and Stewart's going to come all the way back. Watson bothering her. She passes it ahead to Cote. Cote now looking ahead to Taves. Taves up the middle into the zone. Stops up, button hooks, passes it back to Armstrong. Armstrong on the near wall. Back to Taves. Taves tries to put it up the middle, and Stewart couldn't see that one coming, and here comes Number 12 all the way towards the Storm net, and Stewart gets back and cuts her off there. Cote now chasing. There's a shot from the point. Number 12, Ursel, couldn't get the rebound, and Armstrong is away. Taves tailing behind. Looks like Coulter going for a change, so Wallen's coming. Oh no, and Taves had a nice wide open net there. Her stick was tied up. She couldn't get a shot off, so that'll do it for the power play for the Storm. Henry to Wallen. Wallen across to Brazel. Brazel chips that to Deeth. Deeth reverses and goes back the other way. She dumps it into the Calgary zone. Bablitz skating hard. Gets to the puck first. There's a low shot, and that's cut off by Kinghorn and steered behind the net. And here comes Deeth rubbing her player off the puck. Both of them with their arms up in the air to not take a holding or hooking penalty. Riesling successful in getting the puck out. And it's sent right back into the Calgary zone. Calgary sends it all the way down the ice. This will be icing. That's 13. That's Friesen. Friesen's on the far side there. She's going to come in for the face-off. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? You can? Cote there with a good stick stops that pass across to Yonkers from McCool. Puck up high, Calgary puts it back down low. Yonkers misses that. Stewart's gonna chip it off the wall, and McCool in there to pick it up. She steers it towards the goal, and Yonkers couldn't redirect that. Vandalite now with a good stick runs into the D-man as she chips it past her, and Wenzel stood her up there as she was on a clear breakaway. Cote up off the wall, and it's going to squirt into the neutral zone. Friesen and Vandalite pressuring here, pressuring. McCool on the blue line. Friesen picks it up, turns up ice. She's going to put it off the wall and look for someone to go after it. She's trying to get it deep here as I think they're trying to change. Yonkers with McCool. Got a 2-on-1. Stewart in the middle. There's a shot from Yonkers, and Chantal covers that up. We're going to change here, and number 10 is the center. She's about to take the face off. That's Erilyn Taves, the Rookie of the Year for the league. And there's Henry jumping up into the play. Taves has to retreat. Sends it ahead to Coulter, number 16. She couldn't get it under control. Broadcast crew giving me a chuckle here. Taves in for the face-off. Up against Merrick, that's her name. I keep getting her name wrong, sorry about that. There's a stick up high on number 15 as Brazel accidentally got her arms up and caught her head contact, so she's going to the box. So we'll get Cote, Stewart, Friesen, and Deeth out here to kill this 4-minute power play to Calgary. Wenzel wins that back. Yonkers. Wenzel with a shot that hit the crossbar. Deflected into the crossbar. Here's Geyser into the middle. There's a shot and a goal under the glove. Two nothing Calgary White. And that one's in the first 2 minutes of that power play, so Storm still find themselves down a man. So Calgary with their top line out there, McCool, Geyser, and Riesling. Wenzel and Yonker. Cote up ahead, Wallen inside the zone. Cote had jumped into the play. Now they got to get back hard here as Calgary's on a power play. There's Geyser with a hard shot and a shoulder save by Chantel. She cut to the middle and got a good shot off, and Calgary sets up now. Coulter intercepts that, and she's going to send it down the ice to the red line and no further. Wenzel's going to chase after her own dump in, and Henry's going to get there first and try and pin it against the boards and eat some time off the clock. Geyser coming in to dig it out. She does. Sends it ahead to McCool. McCool with a hard shot and glove save to the side of the net there. Geyser to McCool. Wallen intercepts that, and she's going to get it out into center ice. Yonkers picks it up, skates it into the zone. She's got Geyser on her left. Chantel with a blocker save, and it goes up over her left shoulder. Taves away on a breakaway. Into the zone, head up, looking all the way. There's a shot and a glove save by Kinghorn. She throws it back out front, and Bablitz can't get it under control, and Taves gets another shot off and another glove save by Kinghorn. Sienna coming up big for her team here, shorthanded. Peace Country Storm almost with a shorthanded goal as there's still 42 seconds left in the penalty to Maddie Brazel. Taves and Bablitz just trying to get one home there, and they just couldn't score. It's kind of the story of the weekend for them. Bablitz with a good move. Loses the handle. Calgary stops up, sends it ahead. Here's number 10. Throws it right through the blue paint, and Baldwin just misses that as the net was wide open. Preville with a shot that's blocked by Bablitz. She can't get it out. Taves swings at it. She can't get it outside of the zone, and here comes Mercick again with another shot, and that's saved by Chantal, and it was loose in the slot there. 4 seconds to go. They're going to try and eat this up. Brazel stepping out of the box now. She's going to jump up into the play. And Stewart, oh gosh, we got a linesman down. I don't know what happened there. I think he actually hit his head, and he was out cold. He woke up and stood up suddenly. We got trainer for the Storm coming to have a look at him, but I think he's going to go to the room. We might have a two-man system here. As, yeah, he definitely hit his head and knocked himself out. I don't know how he went down, but I know Brazel was just coming out of the penalty box. I don't know if the two of them collided somehow or what happened. And he's going to go have a sit down. We'll get a timeout here. I believe the officials probably have to go and get another armband and do a two-man system, or if there's another official here getting ready for the next game, they may just step in and help out. We're doing the YMCA in the crowd here. Loving the music in the timeout. Hopefully the official's okay. So bench is taking this time to talk to their girls, and Calgary looking loose as they ahead by 2 here. 4:26 left in the second period. We're just waiting, and we've got, yeah, so he had to put a red armband on, so we're going to do a 2-man system for a bit here, probably till the third period. Get this one done with and finish up. He's just explaining to the benches that we're going to do a 2-man system, and I'm sure they'll have someone else out for the third. David Stewart, the trainer for the, well, he's a first aid attendant. He's going to have a look and make sure that referee's okay. So Armstrong can't get it past the number 15, Imperato. Then Armstrong gets it deep, goes after it. Dorset reverses in behind her goal, throws it out front to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer ahead to Riesling. Riesling trying to spring number 12, and she's in the slot there with a shot that goes right across the crease. Armstrong, she's got Taves with her, and Coulter. Coulter chips it into the near corner, and Taves gets after it. There's a good stick there. Pass out front. Coulter into the slot. Oh, couldn't get it under control. There's Stewart trying to hold it in. Wallen dumps it back in, but the Storm are offside, so they got to check up, and Calgary's going to break out. Here's Riesling to center ice. Loses the handle. Taves couldn't quite get it under control. It's rimmed all the way around to the near side here. Cote is going to pick this puck up. Throws it all the way down the ice. No icing, as I guess it must have touched a Calgary stick. So Brown in behind her own goal. Turning. There's Bablitz with a good stick. She falls down, and Deeth now picks it up. She's looking out front. Throws it towards the goal. There's a blocker save. Friesen now from behind. Looking. Bablitz is there. Bablitz with a shot. Just misses the far corner. Stewart takes a slap shot and almost falls down. There's McCool all the way into the Storm zone. And Cote and Friesen pestering on the backside, and Chantel with an easy glove save. She saw that one all the way. 2:54 left in the second period. Taves in for the face-off. Puck comes scramble here and drop back to the defense. They play catch, and Friesen coming up. So Brazel into the corner. Friesen throws it ahead, and McCool holds it in. Brazel now turns in behind the goal line. Taves skates it out. She's got the Jets, and 25 turns. Geisel gets it across to Wenzel, and number 7 here, Yonkers, coming off, holding her neck. I don't know, something. Must have been a high stick or something. I missed that play. So Coulter in behind her own goal. She's turning, looking up ice. Bounces it off the boards, comes to McCool. McCool stops that and sends it back in. Brazel now. Pick it up, bounce it off the boards, out to the blue line. Taves is out there across the red into the Calgary zone and stop there. McCool, or no, sorry, that's number 6. Alexa Brown on the far side throws one towards the net, and Chantel gloves that one. So Coulter, number 16, out here on the near side beside Stewart. She's going to try to jump up into the play. Here's Armstrong, the affiliate from Dawson Creek. And there's Deeth. Loose puck out front, and there's another shot. Chantel's down. Big Crow leaving it there for Watson. Stewart. She's got one to beat with Armstrong on her right. Stewart going to the front of the net. There's Armstrong with a shot. Misses wide. And Cote is going to pick this up on the blue line, and she can't get it under control, and now Stewart's got to come back and help her out. Cote now throws it ahead to Wallen. Wallen across the blue line. She's got Taves going to the front of the net. Armstrong there loses the handle in the slot, and nothing doing. Number 2 turns that back. Colin Marks battling there with Wallen. That's rimmed around the far side. Cote holds it in across to Wallen. Wallen with a quick one-timer. Kind of got it under control first and then got a shot off. Brazel, she can boom it. There's a hard wrist shot. That hits a couple bodies in front. And Bablitz now out of the corner. Taves coming to help her out. Brazel in a battle there, and it's thrown towards the goal and deflected high into the corner. Wallen gets that. Cote throws it towards the net. Taves was in the slot. She tries to redirect it, and it's blocked. Cote now with another shot. That's blocked into the corner. Taves now stops that. Cote can't get it under control, and it comes outside of the Calgary zone. Calgary's content to just dump this in and wind the end of that period down as the Storm find themselves down 2-0 with a power play goal from Calgary Fire White in that period. Storm got to come out and get 3 in the third to win this game. We'll be back. Here we go. We've got another linesman out there now, so start of the third period here between Peace Country Storm and the Calgary Fire White. Storm finding themselves down 2-0. And Deeth pressuring inside the zone. Riesling dumps it in behind to Doucette. Bablett's in there helping out. There's Cote misses the clearing attempt, and Stewart's got to retreat all the way into her zone. She takes a look over her shoulder and sees two red jerseys chasing after her, and she passes up to Cote. Cote off the wall to Bablett's. Bablett's ahead to Deeth. Deeth's going to skate this into the Calgary zone. She's got Wallen in the slot. There's a shot deflected wide by Kinghorn. Maddie Brazel walking into the slot, takes a shot, and there's a good stick by Sienna Kinghorn. Puts that up into the netting for a face-off in the Calgary Fire zone. Wenzel and Brown, Geyser, McCool and Yonker. Brazel and Henry on the back end here. Taves lose that face-off. Armstrong comes into pressure. And Brazel with a real good play there on McCool, holds it in. Taves now in behind the goal. Armstrong's going to get there first. And stops up as the ref was kind of in the way there. So it comes out to Yonker. She chips it ahead to Geyser. And McCool is away. She gets in behind Maddie Brazel, and a backhand shot is just up over the net. And Henry throws one up the ice. And here's Geyser now. Cross the blue line, throws it towards the goal, and that was Yonker, throws one out there. Coulter now through the middle of the ice, misses that pass attempt. Wenzel dumps it back in, and Geyser puts it deep and goes for a change. McCool and Yonker applying the pressure. The Storm outside of the zone. Here comes Friesen across the red line. She's all alone as the Storm are changing. Puck knocked off her stick there at the blue line, and Yonker gains the zone, dumps it in, and she goes for a change herself. Here's Paige Budgel up the wall. Can't get it past the Calgary players, and this one jumps over the stick of Big Crow, and Cote now at the hash marks. The goal line, throws one towards the goal. That's a blocker save by Sienna Kinghorn, and comes out to Paige Budgel in the neutral zone. She chips it in, and Storm putting some pressure on here. Calgary got two on one. Budgel in front. There's a big save by Chantel Nault, and Deeth's away. She's across the red line. She's got Cote in behind her. There's the puck in the slot, and Deeth gets knocked over, and Wallen carries it in now as she goes in behind the goal line. And number 10, Muchinski, gets it out all the way to the blue line, and Brazel chips it into Deeth down low. Deeth throws it into the slot. There's Bablitz with a shot, goes high over the net. Deeth takes a swing at the rebound, and Henry's got to retreat all the way down the ice, and this will be an icing call. Nope, waved off, doesn't make it. Henry up to Wallen. Wallen through the middle to Bablitz. Bablitz leaves it there for Henry jumping up into the play, and she dumps it in and goes for a change. Wallen now in behind the Calgary net. Taves trying to help her out. Goes across to Wenzel. It goes all the way to Watson on the far side. And Coulter comes across and chips that in, and now that's shot all the way down the ice. This will be an icing call. Hopefully the linesman's okay there. We had a bit of an incident in the second period. Don't know if he lost an edge or what happened, but he went down on the ice and looked like he was out cold for a bit. The trainers took him to the room, and hopefully he's all right. Stewart with a shot off the face-off. Thrown into the slot there. Taves couldn't get her stick down in time to get that shot on goal. Stewart has to retreat all the way into the Storm in behind her goal. Pestered there by Geyser. Watson with a shot. That save and across the ice all the way to Armstrong. She tries to send it ahead to Coulter. Coulter with a good stick knocks it off of number 29, Wenzel. And here comes Armstrong, throws it across to Stewart, and Stewart couldn't quite get that. It was a little too far for her. Friesen now into the zone, pressuring. ahead, number 2, Calgary. Gets that into the neutral zone, and Stormer offside. I believe it was a hand pass. Stoppage in play. We'll get a face-off outside of the blue line. Friesen. Cote on her right is, looks like Vandalite is not on the bench, returning for the third period here. I'm not sure what happened, if she's injured or what's going on there, but Maddie Brazel with a good move, walks in, gets a shot off, the rebound's there, and she's going to go after it in the corner for her own rebound. Legacy in there helping her out. Cote now with a slap shot, that's blocked, and all the way into the Storm zone. Henry has to retreat. Onto her backhand, puts it off the glass ahead to Brazel. Brazel again jumping up into the play. Chips it across the red line and in deep, and Cote, the other defenseman who looks like is playing wing now, has jumped up. And she comes out from behind the net. Gets knocked over by her own player, Ashley Deeth. And Wenzel carries this into the Storm zone, stops just inside of the blue line, throws it across, and Bablitz loses it in her feet, turns, throws it up the middle, and Doucette gets that into the Storm zone. Paige Budgel now picks it up, rims it up the wall. Bablitz picks it up, gets it ahead to Deeth. Deeth now skating all the way back. The captain, McCool, knocks her off the puck, and Wallen was one stride offside as Bablitz picked up the puck and was headed towards the net. So face off just outside the Calgary white zone. 14:27 left in the third period. Storm still down by 2. Just inside the zone here. Calgary gets it under control. Geyser throws it towards the goal, and Chantel's going to wisely cover that up as McCool was coming with Yonker on her right. Wenzel and Brown, the defense coming out of the bench here. Taves, Armstrong, Coulter, Brazel, and Henry for the Storm. Defensive zone face-off. Taves wins that back. Henry's going to rim it around. Fans on it a bit. Brazel reverses back to her. She's got a little room here. Chips it off the wall to Armstrong. Armstrong ahead to Taves. Taves can fly. She's got the jets on here. Keeps her feet moving, and number 9, or Brown, number 5, comes in to help out. Puck is picked up by number 29, Wenzel. She sends it ahead to McCool. McCool with some room. Henry backing off. Blocked. And Brazel's got to go to the corner and get this. So her and Marks come together. And Calgary fans on that one. It comes to Armstrong. Armstrong's away. She's across the blue line. She's got one to beat. Fighting off the check, and she drives the net. And we got a call here coming to Calgary, number 4, as Armstrong kept her feet moving and drew the penalty. Big Crow goes to the box for 2 minutes, holding. So Storm with a chance here. Got to bury one. We got Budgel and Stewart on the back end here, looking for the big shot from Stewart. Deeth wins it. Budgel down to Deeth in the corner, and Bablitz is going to try and come and help. Squirts out free. Bablitz digs it out, but Baldwin gets that and sends it down the ice. Stewart's got to race back with Watson pressuring her. 11 on 11. They've been battling all night. Bablitz gets it under control. Stewart now comes across, loses it at the red line, and Watson coming in on Budgel. Throws a backhander towards the goal, and that misses wide. Budgel now. Good move there. She's got some speed. Moving ahead to Wallen. Wallen ahead to Coulter. Coulter on the near side. Gains the zone. Wallen headed towards the front of the net. Coulter throws it there, and it's blocked on the goal line. Doucette's got some room here. She's going to try and ice this. Reverses. Gets spun off the puck. Wallen throws one out front, and nothing doing there. Watson. No, sorry. Number 15 from Calgary. Oh, Cote tries to stop that and just can't quite. Hansen Fritz is away now. Brazel comes back with a good stick. No penalty. Lifts her stick and robs her of the puck. And now here's Armstrong. Sends it across to Taves. Taves leaves it there for Armstrong. And Hansen Fritz intercepts that one, and back into the neutral zone they go. Across to Cote now. Cote playing wing, jumps into the play, dumps it in, goes after it, picks it up in behind the goal, tries to throw it into the slot as Armstrong was there, and Bablett's now pressuring. She's going to walk off the wall here, and Stewart jumps in to help out. Wenzel, 29. Armstrong tries to throw it to the front of the net. Stewart, 10 seconds left in the power play. Fans on her shot, and Calgary's going to send it all the way down the ice. Cote's got to retreat and go get it. That'll do it for the power play. And there's Cote ahead to Wallen. Wallen fumbles it a bit, but Bablitz picks it up and just misses Deeth with that pass. And Bremenville now into the zone, 14 with a shot, and that's Brazel and Henry get tangled up in front of the net. And Bablitz tries to make a move, and Breville, Brazel picks that puck up as it was shot towards the goal. Skates it out to the blue line, not out. Now it bounces over Ursul's stick. Wallen stops up, slash there a little, and she can't get a good shot off, and it comes all the way out into the Storm zone, and Stewart's got to retreat. 10:42 left in the third period here, perhaps in the Peace Country Storm season. As Taves tried to skate it out of the zone, she pops up and picks it back up. Now she skates across the blue line, trying to set up a play. Throws it out front, and Coulter couldn't get her stick down. And Yonker sends that to the red line, and Armstrong's going to pick this up with some speed. Cuts to the middle. On her backhand, loses it. Good stick there by Calgary, and Stewart picks it up at the neutral zone, and she's got a can opener going on McCool. Budgel goes down, and I think we're going to get a hooking call on Calgary. Yonker's going to the box, 2 or less. The Peace Country Storm, all kinds of opportunities to get back into this game, but just unable to capitalize. I have a feeling number 8, Bablitz here, is going to change the tide. She's been really coming on the back half of the season, and she's out here on the first power play unit. Puck comes to her side, and Deeth comes in to help her out. Pass out front to Wallen. Wallen there with a shot. Rebounds there. They whack away at it, and Sienna Kinghorn covers up. Another opportunity for the Storm to get back into this game, and Sienna Kinghorn says no thank you. Shuts them down. Cote and Stewart on the blue line here. Look for the big slap shot and the rebound out front. Deeth wins it to the boards, comes to Stewart. She chips it back down low. Calgary with the opportunity to ice the puck, and they do. And it's all the way down in behind the Storm net. Cote stops up, reverses, goes to Stewart. Stewart back to Cote. Cote ahead to Bablitz now. Bablitz is going to feed Wallen on the far side. Wallen's going to hit Deeth just entering the zone, and it comes to Wallen. She chips it in behind the goal line. Deeth stopped up there. She's pinned by Wenzel. Wallen comes in to help out. Squirts free to her, and she's looking to set up, quarterback a play. There's a shot and a goal! Top corner, blocker side. Wallen gets a power play goal to get the Storm back within 1 with 9 minutes left in the third period. Their season's not over yet. She's had a rough weekend, Jensen Wallen, number 17, and good to see her come away with a nice goal there. She had all kinds of time, walked out of the corner and picked just over the blocker and squeezed it in there. So Storm with some jump now as Armstrong out there pressuring number 4. And she gets around and into the zone, and Legacy in there helping out. There's Armstrong, comes up with the puck, and there's a shot, hits the side of the net. Coulter down low, working hard, trying to get that puck up to Brazel. She does. Brazel throws it back down to Coulter, and it's in the slot, and Kinghorn's seen enough. She covers up. Good jump in their step there. You can see that might have just given them the spark they needed, as their season is coming to an end here if they don't get another couple goals. Taves loses that face off, and it comes down low. Calgary's going to skate this out. Oh, fans on the pass, and it comes to Hansen Frats. And now Coulter tries to dump that back in, and Michinski gets a shot towards the goal. Steered into the corner. Brazel's going to skate this, put it off the wall. It comes to Taves. Taves ahead to Coulter. Coulter springs Armstrong. Taves coming in on the secondary, and Armstrong winds up with a slap shot. What confidence from a bantam. Oh, we got a slash coming here. Who's getting it? I believe Taves is getting one. Slash, 2 minutes with 8 minutes left in the third period. Not a good time to take a penalty, but frustration maybe settling in as Taves was coming in hard there. And what confidence by the first-year bantam to gain the zone and wind up for a slap shot on a opportunity. So Deeth now doing her best to kill this, and you know, the Storm got a few shorthanded goals this year. Maybe this is another one of those times. Wallen doing her best to kill this penalty off. Comes to Cote in the corner. Cote ahead to Deeth, and 3 Calgary players dig it loose and comes up to the blue line, and Yonker puts it back down low. Deeth now on number 9, McCool. They both go down. And there's Cote, shot from Calgary, and pad save. And the Storm are getting another one. Oh, McCool takes a swipe at Stewart after the whistle. McCool's going to the box, and Wallen's going to the box. Minute 9 left in Taves' penalty, so still probably be a 5-on-4 here. As Stewart's having a chat with the linesman. They're still at the penalty box discussing. Linesmen are having a bit of a talk. Referee is still at the box trying to talk to him. He couldn't quite hear him, so he goes inside. He's explaining exactly what he's calling. I don't know if you guys can get a shot of the Storm penalty box there, and plenty of room there, but they're cuddled up close in the corner for some reason. Taves and Wallen, good friends. Taves from La Glace and Wallen from Beaver Lodge, so they played together out in Beaver Lodge, or in Wembley. So now we've got an extra Stewart in the box. Not sure what the call is here. So we must have got the extra 2. I think we just got an extra 2. The first 2 are coincidentals. 2 minutes to Jensen for roughing. So McCool getting 2 calls. She got 2 penalties, so 1 for roughing and 1 for slashing. Stewart gets 1 for roughing, and Wallen gets 1 for roughing. So like I said, it'll be a 5-on-4 as Calgary got 4 minutes and we got 4 minutes, just 2 separate players. So Wenzel now with a big shot, misses wide of the goal. Brazel pins that in behind the net. So Erilyn Taves still 54 seconds in the sin bin before she can come out. Ref is motioning like he's going to blow it, and he does. Brazel wearing some time off of that penalty there, so we'll get another face-off in behind in the Storm zone. The far side, nope, near side. Deeth's going to take this. She's looking to go to Cote in the corner. She does. Cote misses the one-timer. She throws it in behind the net. That's rimmed around finally and out of the zone for an icing all the way down, 33 seconds. Coulter gets to the puck. I don't know, Calgary had a miscommunication there. Deeth fails to pull the trigger, and it comes to Coulter. She fans on it, and it comes all the way to Yonker into the Storm zone. Hits a skate of Deeth. Ursel drops it. Wenzel throws one towards the goal. Blocker save into the corner. Coulter chips it off the wall and not out. Maddie Brazel jumps into the play there. She's going to get this out. Off the boards and not out as it's held in by number 15 and dumped towards the goal. On the near side here, Yonker and Cote in a scrum. Cote now rims it around. Brazel's not going to get there. Coulter misses it. Taves out of the box, going on Geyser. She comes over the top and Geyser gets the best of it and heads up ice. Yonker just onside, looks to the net, throws it, misses wide. Bablitz now chips that around Baldwin, but Big Crow throws it towards the goal. Yonker now is content to send that back behind the net. Paige Budgel throws it up the boards, and it comes right through the slot. Bablitz chips it past Big Crow and chip past Baldwin and then sends it ahead to Friesen. Friesen with a backhand towards the goal, and that one misses wide. Bablitz now scrum. There's Friesen, comes up with it. Turns. Deeth, weak backhand towards the goal, and number 2, Kayla Marks, gets this ahead to number 11, and she skates it into the zone, into Storm zone. There's a wraparound attempt. She stops at the side of the net, and Cote chips it to herself, then ahead to Armstrong. Here's a 3-on-1, and Coulter can't quite get to the puck in time, so Calgary gets back, and here's Armstrong walking out from behind the net. There's Deeth, wide open in front, could not pull the trigger. Well, she did pull the trigger, but it was a big save, and there's Brazel with a shot, and it goes in! Tweaks in there just inside of the post, and Kinghorn in her frustration slams her stick. Everybody's out of the box now, and there's a big celebration on the ice and on the bench as a Stormer back in it. Tied it up 2-2, 4:36 left in the third period. What a play by Maddie Brazel. She's the hero of the night so far. As she gets a big hug from Christina Friesen on the bench. Nice to see Maddie get a goal there, as she's fanned on a few this weekend that she wanted back, and now Taves wins it back to Stewart. And it's chipped into the zone. Hansen Frats with another opportunity now. Cote cutting across. Big blocker save by Chantel Nault. We got a call to the Storm. A slash to Taves going back to the box. 4:24 left in the third period. That's a Tough penalty to take with this amount of time remaining in the third period. I know Erilyn Tave, she's a nice girl, and she must be getting frustrated out there as she takes another slashing call. And her and the goalie, Chantel Nault, are probably, they call them twinsies as they look alike. I've confused them myself. As Friesen chases this puck down into the Calgary zone, and Calgary's going to break out and try to capitalize on this power play. Here's Geyser now, their number 2 goal scorer. Looking to the front, that's blocked by Cote, and Stewart's going to slap this outside of the zone. Wenzel across, and they stop up, regroup. Comes to Geyser. She still doesn't go. Reverses, dumps it in, and Cote's going to get there in time. So she's got some time here. If she hurries up, puts it off the wall, it hits the linesman, and Wenzel stops that and holds into the zone by number 7, Yonker, and back down low in behind the goal. There's a shot blocked, and Stewart's going to put this off the glass. She makes no mistake and sends it all the way down the ice as the penalty's half over here. Kinghorn sends that ahead to Yonker. Yonker to Geyser inside of the zone. Got Riesling going to the net. Niedermeyer spinning off. Henry back. Oh, there's a backhand top shelf by Geyser. That's why she's got 27 points on the season. Walks into the slot and nice backhand shot, top shelf. Nault didn't have a chance on that one. So that's a tough penalty there as Taves comes back on the ice. You can see Coach Dan Deeth telling him, let's go. Time is winding down, 3:08 as Calgary comes back and goes ahead by 1. There's Taves. She wins that face-off, goes ahead to herself and carries it in. Now she's on the goal line, throws it out front. It goes in behind. You can tell she's working hard now to earn that back after that penalty. And Calgary's away with 2, and Brazel with a good stick. She rubs Watson off the puck. Brazel throws it up the wall. Watson walks out, and it comes to Baldwin. She throws a backhand towards the net. Henry stops that. Taves again trying to get away, and she's pestering all the way into the Calgary zone. And here comes Coulter. Taves spins, turns, throws it down the ice, and goes for a change in the Storm. Wallen coming in on this side. Gets to the puck first, out of the bench. Bablitz comes away with it. Out of the corner. She's tied up. Puck comes to Baldwin and outside into the neutral zone. Cote now turns, looks up ice, fans on her shot, and it comes to Watson. Watson in the zone. She's all by herself. Backhand. Cote cuts it off. Wallen across to Bablitz. Bablitz cutting into the ice. Cote there. Bablitz with a shot blocked. Wallen now, 2 minutes remaining. Storm down by 1. Yonker throws it in behind the goal. You've got your top line out there from Calgary. Cote can't hold it in, and Stewart comes all the way back on Geyser. And there's Deeth, rubs her out. No call there as ref's letting them go now in the final minute of play. Well, minute 38. Cote ahead to Friesen. Friesen to Wallen. Friesen gets it back. She stops up inside of the blue line, walks into the slot, gets a shot. It's high glove and a big save by Sienna Kinghorn. Not a big deal. She tosses it over to the face-off dot. Goes for a skate. Not out of it yet. Minute 26 left in the period. You got to look for the timeout here and Nault to come to the bench. Got to pull your goalie now. This is it. This is the season. So Nault will probably spend the rest of the game on the bench. Tough loss for this Peace Country Storm as they really came on towards the latter half of this season as they swept both opponents that they had to play in playoffs, Sherwood Park being one of them, but because Sherwood Park finished highest in the standings is the highest team who is kicked out of playoffs. They get to return as the Storm were hosting, so they get a bye. And the Storm finishing the season off so well. It's just a heartbreaker to see them finish here now. So hopefully they're not done. Taves out there for the face-off. Deeth, Cote and Stewart, Wallen and Bablitz. Minute 26 left in the frame. Deeth lines up, wins it, comes to Stewart. Stewart to Wallen in the slot. Wallen gets a shot, it's blocked. Deeth now throws it into the corner. Bablitz loses it there. Deeth comes in, there's a scrum. Wearing some valuable time off. McCool backhands that, tries to get it past Stewart, can't. Wallen covers her. Still a scrum, comes outside of the zone. Cote holds it in. They were onside, but Cote thought she was offside, so that one thrown down the ice and hits the post. That should have been icing, but for some reason it wasn't. Cote now looks up ice. Wallen chips to Taves. Taves with the chance to be the hero here to tie it up. Comes in. Taves on her backhand, gives it to Deeth. Deeth dumps it into the corner. Wallen going after it. That one's going to get pinned up against the boards to wear some time off. 27 seconds left here. Ref's going to blow it down. And we get a face-off. On the near side, offensive zone, goalie pulled. They just about put the dagger in them. Hit the post. And we've got Taves here on the left of Deeth. Deeth and Coulter. Puck comes, scramble draw. Number 8 skates this out, Baldwin, and sends it all the way down the ice, and this will be icing. 15 seconds left. Wearing some time off. So again, Deeth in for the face-off on her forehand. She's trying to go to Taves. Taves is going to send it up high to Stewart. Stewart with the big shot. Wallen's going to go to the net. You got to think that's the plan. Deeth, scrum, comes to Stewart. Stewart with a slap shot, blocked. Scramble, comes to Wallen in the corner. 7 seconds, puck is loose. Stewart throws it to the middle. 3 seconds, Deeth throws it across, and that'll do it for the Storm's season. That's a heartbreaking loss as they played hard out there, and a couple of the Calgary parents up in the stands wiping their foreheads here, as that was a tough battle towards the end. The Storm really put some pressure on. And the girls know that's it. Ashley Deeth with her last minor hockey career game, as Chantel Nault leads the team in the handshake here. We'll get the player of the game here shortly. And just a tough loss for that Peace Country team. They really battled hard today, knowing that they were do or die, so they'll go home for the remainder of the tournament, and Calgary White will play in the bronze medal game. The rest of the game's still yet to be determined. Next game this afternoon will be St. Albert and Sherwood Park. That's sure to be a doozy, as there's no love lost between those two teams. So the two teams will line up here for the player of the game. Obviously, I'm sure you're going to call Kinghorn for the Calgary team, and there's a number of players for the Storm you could call, and we'll see what number they call here. number 8, Jalen Bablitz. Good call, as she was all over the puck tonight. Just couldn't capitalize. And like I was saying, she was one of their better players towards the end. And number 1, Kinghorn, gets the player of the game for Calgary. Good tilt between these two teams, and good luck to Calgary Fire White in the bronze medal game. Thank you.